Hi guys, I'm here today just to give you a couple of tips from hamstrings training. Now, you will have seen videos in the past where I've given you some cues as to how to make the hamstrings curl a better exercise. What I haven't really talked about is actual ranges of the hamstrings and how you can actually target independent parts of the muscle. Now, men and especially women will always find that they're very, very weak in this shortened position of the hamstrings. Now, the problem that you'll find on most pieces of line leg curl equipment in the gym, and most times people train hamstrings, is that they're always in a flexed position, as you see Daniel's in here, and often a lot of machines are actually even more flexed. Now, the more flexed you are, the more lengthening there's going to be on the hamstring, and the less likelihood that you're going to get the muscle in its shortened position. So that's why most people are very, very strong in this kind of lower and mid-range of the hamstrings. And whenever you come to looking at weak body parts, especially this kind of top portion of the glutes, it's where everyone's weak, and women will often say that they're very, very saggy, and middle of the hamstrings are a lot stronger and firmer. So how are you going to get around this? Well, the first thing you want to do is to train your muscles at the beginning of the workout where you're actually weakest. And to do that, you want to take yourself out of a flexed position. And some of you will have heard of this, it's called the Gironda leg curl. Take your mind away from the Gironda leg curl as a name and try and understand what the Gironda leg curl is actually trying to do. What we're going to do is bring Daniel up into a shortened position. So by bringing him in a shortened position, we've now no longer got the hamstrings on a stretch, which is actually going to bring the hamstring origin insertion closer together. So when Daniel's going to curl up, he actually is going to be able to target a lot higher up into his glutes. So we've got him in this extended position here. Now if I took him any higher, he'd actually feel it more through his lower back. So we're going to get him as much as we can extended without compromising the lower back, and he's getting maximally in this short position. So we're going to go again. By bringing the hips out of the flex position, he's bringing the hamstrings closer, and therefore going to target the top end of the hamstrings where everybody's weak. Then what I can do later on into the session is put him into a flex position and not concern myself too much with this shortened position here, and allow him, as he's been doing for months and months, to train in this middle position here. So if you come up now, that again where he's actually very, very strong. So the considerations for the weight you're going to use when you're training the extended position and shortened position of the hamstrings where you want to grow, you're going to be lifting a considerably amount of less weight, and then if you then lower yourself into the flex position, you're going to be using a lot more. And weight is a really, really good cue for you, a really good idea for you that you're very, very weak in a particular area of the muscle group. So later on down the months to come, on the new website that's coming out very, very soon, I'm going to be talking about how you can maximally develop certain body parts. But this is a little introduction to you so that you can get a better appreciation how we think about building muscles. We don't think about building muscles by simply doing every single exercise. We think, what do we need to grow? What do we need to change? And where are people weak? And often where you're weak is somewhere, the place that you need to train. So hamstrings are very, very weak in that shortened position, but you need to get into the shortened position to enable them to grow. Don't train where you're strong. Start to look at where you're weak and start to look at how you can articulate exercises to enable you to change those body parts where you're not very strong. You're going to get lots more from me to come and the guys in the next few months. But here's a little taster for you. Hope you enjoyed it.